big black box.
Staring at me. I had to have it. I had to have it.
No one's fun anymore! Whatever happened to fun?
You were listening to And Just Like Crap with your hosts, Jay and John.
Hey! Welcome back to the broadcast, your favorite podcast. You asked for this shit if you were easily offended. We don't recommend it. You asked for this shit, so here it is.
You. I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Here we are, face to face.
We
Couple
both
of
just
silver spoons.
we watched episode 5 of And Just Like That, season 3.
Yes, we did watch it. I got a little distracted and started shopping online, and I had to pull myself back.
Okay. Yeah.
Anytime Carrie started talking about her relationship with Aiden, I kind of slipped into a little bit of a coma, and I'm like, okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
What's H&M sale going on right now? I had to pull myself back.
But look, they took Aiden away, and this episode was already so much better.
I agree. I'm glad he's not there. I'm really excited to tell you something though before we get into it. So did you watch the preview for the next episode?
Mm-mm.
So there's a scene where, do you remember whenever Aiden showed up at Carrie's before and he threw a rock up against the window and we're joking about him throwing something heavy and smashing
Oh, yeah.
through?
Yeah, I did see that.
That happens in the next episode.
I did see that. That was on another week, too, I saw.
Was it? I was like, oh my God. We just
Yeah.
wrote that scene for them. We need to get writer's
welcome.
credit for this.
You're welcome, everyone. Yeah. Okay. The episode opens with Carrie looking out of her balcony.
With her hair snatched back.
Real tight.
Tight.
And she sees her new neighbor, renter.
At first I was confused.
I am still confused.
Well, she said, I took a few little notes on this, that 3 months he'd been there. 3 months later, he started complaining, and then about her shoes, and then they explained that he's only there 6 months out of the year.
Yeah, he was out of town.
Yeah, so he was out, and then he came back, and then he keeps hearing her shoes, which is funny because my apartment, I talked about this in Patreon, there's somebody upstairs that sews.
Yeah.
So this is triggering. I hear it all the time, the sewing, so I understand his pain.
I've only once lived under somebody, and it wasn't a problem. But I know people that have had horrible upstairs neighbors, so
Like this guy in the show. It's
yeah. And when
scary.
I lived above somebody and had wood floors, I didn't have a single carpet down. So I mean, I wouldn't wear high heels, but
She was being such a bitch this whole entire thing. It was crazy. I kept thinking, are they expecting us to be on her side?
I think I am on her side.
You are on her side?
Well, because I felt like she had no backbone through this whole Aiden thing. So I was so grateful to see her stick up for herself when he was like, "Why don't you just take your shoes off in your own house?" And she's like, "Okay, hold up." I like that.
Well, yes, but if you think about it, the point is not for him to trying to get her to take her shoes off. It's to live peacefully together in this building.
Well, she's not into it.
Yes, and unfortunately, if you live in a building where you live above somebody or below somebody, yes, there's going to be noise, but that was obnoxious. When she was walking around, I wasn't even in this and I was mad. I'm like, oh my God, stop. And I thought that dress there, it started out, that dress is so noisy.
That loud ass dress.
Yeah, she was walking.
It's cute
with,
though.
Yes, I agree. And then I thought we were also going to have this big fashion moment coming up with she's trying on these outfits, but we only saw one or two. All we did was hear those loud ass shoes. I mean, yes, she should be able to do what she wants in her own apartment. I get it. But if you live in a situation where someone lives below you, you kind of have to respect what that person, because he could make her life living hell.
Yeah.
It's you piss somebody off and that you live either below, above or below. oh my God, piss him off. See what he does. He can start jamming a broom handle up into your every time in the middle of you're trying to sleep, whatever. He could totally make your life hell. You
Yeah.
have to work together to live in peace.
I don't know. And maybe well, I'm not going to make excuses for the character, but I'm just saying she wasn't used to him being there. All of a sudden he's there, but his
Yeah.
and his name is Duncan, but also the actor is from Desperate Housewives too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is I think his name's
Oh.
Jonathan Cake.
Was he dating
Bree, yeah.
Bree? Yeah,
He was
okay.
the policeman who she got in a relationship with, and then she realized he was investigating her.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, he looks better now.
Yeah, he is really cute. I remember thinking he was cute on the show.
He's given some Rupert Everett
Hmm.
vibes, I think, now.
So he comes up and confronts Carrie's like, please, with the shoes. Like, what the hell? But here's my question. Is it her house? She bought this house and he's renting her lower level? Is that what's happening? Because it's under her. Or is
I don't
that a
know.
separate piece of real estate?
I thought it
I'm,
was separate because if she was renting it to him, she could totally kick him out, probably.
well, not like instantly, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
thought she was pretty funny here because I mean, there's somebody else gets to be crazy, so she looks completely sane, which is good for her. Um, let's see here. Her and the girls go to lunch,
Ladies at lunch.
and this is great because she's like, immediately starts telling them about her neighbor. Um, and Miranda's like, my next door neighbor at my Airbnb is also obnoxious, and Carrie's like, what does that have to do with
What
me?
does that have to do with me? Yes, I'm like, oh my God. And don't you think Charlotte's dye job is a little lady, this Clairol, Lady Clairol? It's like not even, it's two different colors and around the roots are very crayon looking. Like it was distracting me every time they showed her. No way her hair is remotely that color now.
Yeah, but look at her forehead though. People keep saying Botox, Botox, Botox.
Yeah,
Well,
not her
look,
forehead.
her fo her forehead is fully moving. So,
Yes. Well,
um,
great job
I
for that.
know. Um, let's see. What else did they talk about here? Seema's like, I'm gonna start my own real estate business.
Mary's like, what does that have to do with me?
That still doesn't have anything to. Can we get back to
Yes,
me,
back
please?
to me, please.
So then Carrie and Charlotte walking home.
What do you think of Carrie's outfit there? Because it's like two outfits together.
Um, it's a Carrie outfit, so I'm okay with it.
Sometimes, like, I don't hate it, but it's a little bit like she's just run. She doesn't like either one of those outfits, so she just thought I'll just put them both on, or she couldn't decide between the two. She's
Yeah.
like, I'll just wear them both.
She loves layering and weird shit, so that's
It's
very
like a man shirt dress with
yeah.
a freakum dress almost. Not
It's
a freakum.
Biggs.
That's not a freakum, but
It's one of Big's shirts.
right. It's one of Big's shirts. I just need to feel close to him, even though
Oh
they never mention him and he's gone.
yeah. Miranda is somebody commented and said, "Where did all Miranda's money go? Like, why is she couch surfing?" And that is such a great point. Why is she doing Airbnb or buy something, rent something? You
Yeah, I
can
don't
get a
understand. I don't understand.
short-term
Yeah.
rental.
I don't understand why she's Airbnb either. And we talked about why isn't she staying with Carrie? Well, I mean, then she started staying with Carrie, and we saw how that went. But anyway, we haven't gotten to that. Her nosy Charles Manson penis neighbor.
Yeah, I actually think Carrie was more rude. I was more taken aback by the way she treated Miranda than the neighbor, because Miranda's her friend and she's still like, "You drank my Coke?" Like,
I
what?
know, right? You ate my last yogurt, you bitch.
I'm like, even if
Yeah.
somebody did do that, you wouldn't call them out in your house, like your house guest. That's so rude.
Just eat something else, Carrie. And then she's like, well, I need my Boniva
Yeah, her
or whatever.
Activia.
Or Activia, whatever it is. Yeah.
I used to love that skit on SNL with Kristen Wiig doing Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Anyway, Miranda's neighbor at the Airbnb is playing like heavy metal music. So she writes a note, a very civilized note, and goes and slides it under the door. And to her surprise, they turn the music off. Isn't that nice?
It was nice. And, then you think, okay, well, Miranda's neighbor is very accommodating and they're so peaceful. They're going to be besties.
Yeah.
That's what we think.
Harry and Charlotte out for a walk with the dog. I don't think I got it here, but they had, I think it's cool when they put like like a landmark, like the Guggenheim Museum in the
Oh, yeah,
background
yeah,
or
yeah.
something. I think that's cool. Um, they're taking the dog for a walk, and Harry reveals to Charlotte that he's like, oh, I did have the urinary tract problem, whatever it was, and he pissed himself. He can't get a boner, and he's like, I do have prostate cancer.
I'm not laughing at the prostate
I know
cancer,
you're
just how
not.
you put it that I just put it. Yeah, we saw that coming. It's sad. I didn't really see any tears out of their eyes in this scene, which kind of surprised me. They just got a little ready, watery, but not tears. And that's a big pet peeve of mine. If you're supposed to be crying, cry.
Yeah, think of something.
I know. Jam a needle into your hand. Think of your dead pet, like anything, like
Yeah, they're a little glass. I don't know. She always looks like that.
she always looks like that.
He's becoming less attractive all the time. Sorry.
Ugh, yes.
Not because of
Agreed.
not because of the cancer. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying.
no, 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 just, I don't know. I think he's losing too much weight. Like, this is part of
Hmm.
his appeal from the beginning is he was so anti Charlotte, and now
Yeah.
he's just a wimp.
Oh, okay. So back in wrong slideshow. Back at Lisa Todd's house, Patreon. Back at Lisa Todd's house. Herbert is talking to the kids, and comes home and is like, "Remember, we're going glamping." And
Yeah.
he's like, "I don't want to do that. I have to go out and be the comptroller."
I feel like these are like petty little arguments they keep having. I don't know if it's like leading up to Lisa being unhappy and having an affair with her Marian editor. Like, I don't know why these little dumb little fights they keep having. You didn't tell me that. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, it's like, geez,
Just
who
bickering
cares
about nothing.
about nothing? And then they do it again later. It's
Very.
like, are they
I'm
just trying to
serious.
create a story for them? I don't know.
I really think they should consider cutting Lisa out of the show.
I kind of like her too, but yeah, she could go.
And well, or they need to pick Lisa or Seema. I think both is too much. Like I know,
We need time to develop a story for each one. We're
yeah.
just getting like these little semi-emotional moments between the two that don't add up to anything, you know?
Yeah, and they have, I mean, there's 20 years of catching up to do. We don't know these people, and I think as a viewer, part of our reaction to them is like bitter that we don't have Samantha, and that is not it's not their fault, but like why are you here? Like we don't know you. Why are you in our show? That's
Yes,
kind of
and really great writers and directors, they see that people will watch if they can have a connection with a character. Like that's the whole thing, right? With
yeah.
Carrie, we connected with them. We connected with Charlotte back in the day. We connected, but now we can't like connect with Lisa or even Seema now because she's just they just talk about the same things over and over again. The story's the same over and over again. Like we need some drama. And I really do, even though I love Herbert, I hope she cheats on him because I need something from the story.
Yeah, we need her to cheat on him.
Hmm.
And we need to screw up this whole squeaky clean image that they have.
That's what we need. And she like fist bumped her son when she was leaving.
Did she?
Yeah, she's like, love you, fist bump.
And aren't like half the kids missing? Now we're down to two.
I don't know. Missing, like how missing? Like never coming, like buried
No,
into their house, like gone
they're
to the
not
woods and
not
drowned.
not in
Like
this episode. I actually thought um when Miranda moves in with Carrie, I'm like, you know what? They should all move in with Carrie.
I thought that too. With Seema, I thought Seema should move in. Yeah, then we could have like a Golden Girls moment with them if they all live in the same place and they all do like slumber parties and they braid each other's hair. Somebody puts Carrie's hand in a warm cup of water while she's sleeping and she
Oh, I'd love that.
pees.
Well, I think we
Frank
need,
phone calls. Frank phone calls.
yeah, I think they should either, and I'm joking, they shouldn't move him with Carrie, but my point is that we need to see them all interact and build some kind of rapport with each other. Like, they need to go on a trip together. This whole cast needs to go on a trip. And
Yeah,
now I
like
really am thinking,
Sex and the City goes to
yeah.
Australia. Sex and the City goes to Paris.
Yeah, and I really am like stealing that from Housewives, like on the Real Housewives. They hire people, cast people that don't know each other, so they force them to go on trips together, and then all of a
Oh,
sudden that
I was
just
doing Facts of Life in my mind. Facts of Life goes to Australia.
okay, that too.
And just
See
like that, they went to Australia.
next season, and just like that in Australia. Seema is at the bank with our girl from the OG series. This is, and I looked her name up so I didn't get red for Phil. It's Stephanie
She
Cannon.
plays Linda.
And there she is. Here she is in the original show. This was season 4 when Carrie went to try to buy her apartment. And the chick, but I have to say this chick looks really good. Like
She does look really
she
good.
has not aged that much. Like she looks really good. And I love
Agreed.
that she came back to reprise a role from 20 years ago. Like how fun is that? Like not a main starring role, just like a playing a banker,
No, I
cashier or
love it.
something.
Yep.
This was cute. This is a tasteful callback, I think. Anyway, the lady's like, I don't know, your credit's fucked up, and I don't know if we want to give you a loan or whatever. And Seema's like, can you please try woman to woman? He's like, I'll call you and let you know.
My supervisor's out.
Wink. Okay. Well, looks promising. Carrie gets a gift basket to take down to
Can you believe
Duncan.
she wore heels to do that? What a bitch. I saw that and I was like, okay, Carrie, take a note. Like, if you're going to take him a basket, that's great, but don't wear heels when you're down there. Like,
Does she never wear flats? Am I crazy?
I don't know, but she could just because that's the whole point of their feud is that she keeps wearing heels. So why not, if you're going to go show up at his doorstep, do him a damn favor and don't wear heels? Can you do that for 10 minutes out of your life?
Well, maybe she's not really trying to do the right thing. She's just trying to s- convince herself that she did the right thing. Look, I gave him a gift basket. I tried.
Well, that person who sews upstairs, like, say it made me really mad, it doesn't, but say it did, and I was furious and we were fighting. And then that person sewing shows up, I sewed you this. I would be like, I would not be amused. I would be like, get that out of my face. I'm not mad about it, but if I were, I'd be like,
Wait,
get that away from me.
you find out they're sewing turbans for cancer victims and stuff, for children, for sick kids.
Yeah, then I feel bad. Maybe Carrie should have told him that. I wear heels. The longer it's like a step challenge for charity. I wear
Yeah.
heels. I'm trying to be the world record for the longest heel wearing person something.
I'm gonna walk on your back. I like that pipe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
liked it
kind
too.
I kind of like that for him. He's like, what the hell is this?
What's this
Ch-
crap?
What did she even give him?
I think it's an edible arrangement
It looks like shit she just cleaned out her pantry.
from Edna's Edibles. I
None of
don't
it.
know
It's
what
not
it
wrapped in
is.
cellophane. There's no bow.
No, she just made it herself. Oh, she said it was from local stuff. There's some local tea and some
Um,
local penis bread from that penis place that Anthony
mm,
owns.
oh yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
said,
I thought she was pretty funny here, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I got you a present." Hands her an Amazon bag, and there's old lady slippers in it.
Carrie, put them on and shut up just for 5 minutes of your life.
I mean, she really is standing up for herself though, because she's like, she actually refuses the gift, which
Yes,
is,
and I get that. I get it. Again, I know it's her apartment. She should be able to do what she wants. But again, she doesn't live in a house. She lives in an apartment. It's still an apartment that she has to share the building with. Like you can't, the world doesn't revolve around you, Carrie, because you
I
believe that
would
it
see, I
does.
would, I would consider this a house. I know it. It seems like she's just renting
But
out
I
her
mean,
base.
like a house that you don't have like neighbors attached to you,
Yeah, yeah,
above,
yeah,
below, to the right and left. That's what I mean.
yeah, yeah. Um, is there tension here? Is there some kind of? Did you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you did? Okay.
yeah. There was still tension there. Like they're not getting along. They don't really get along until the fire.
Is there sexual tension?
I do not feel that.
I don't either.
I don't feel it.
In fact, I was trying to figure out who is he going to be interested because I feel like any guy they bring on the show inevitably shows interest in one of the girls. So I'm like, it's not Carrie. Who is he going to be interested in? Is Seema
I was
gonna?
hoping Alex, the gardener.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Charlotte is like she can think about is what Harry told her that he has cancer. So she's very
Yes.
distracted. Her annoying kids come
They are
in.
such brats, those kids. I thought Charlotte was going to smack one of them with that spoon.
You know,
Like, I really did.
I wish. In my
Lily, to be exact.
if you had to get rid of one of these kids, send them to boarding school or whatever, which one?
Lily.
I find them both annoying,
Well, you
but
had to pick one.
I
If I
know,
could pick
I
up
know.
both, then
I'm
both.
getting there. I'm getting there. But I think I agree. I think Lily too. But Rock had that storyline last season about being non-binary or whatever, and now there's just nothing happening. It's like, why all of a sudden is we're either following characters and their stories or not? Should I care or not? Please tell me. It's like one episode I'm supposed to care, one season, and then the next one it's oh, just forget about them. They're just background.
Well, right. And are we supposed to care about Lily's relationship with her poly boyfriend? Like, are we supposed to care about that? Because I just they're not painting a picture that we should care.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
I feel
know.
like they're just like, this is so presentational. Like, the writers are like, let's make this person poly. Like, not thinking, oh, the audience will really connect with this. They'll really understand. They'll fall in love with it. They don't think that. They're just like, let's just present this. Like, I
Hmm.
feel like they're not thinking about what the audience wants. Oh my God, I can't even believe I said that. We've been saying that for 3 seasons.
I know,
They're just not considering it at all, pointing out the
which
obvious.
is a shame. Which is a shame. Um, I mean, how would you feel if they rebooted Facts of Life and didn't ask for your opinion on something?
I would be enraged. It would never happen. If they don't ask me my opinion on that, then it will fail.
I love that Rock is also vegan and comes in and is about to take a bite of cheese, and then he's like, "I thought you were vegan." And then at the end, Rock's like, "God, I miss cheese. Eat some." That was funny. I love Mario Cantone. He is funny.
I mean, at least his voice is, how do I put this? It cuts through the,
Hmm.
the white
Teacher.
noise,
Yeah.
the the sound that we bear that just, we don't even listen to half the time anymore. At least his voice shouts through.
Yeah, he's on Melissa Rivers' podcast this week. I watched part of it.
Ah.
And he said, Melissa said, this is not related off topic. This is off topic, but Melissa said that one of Sarah Jessica Parker's kids, one of her son, um, wrote to um Joan Rivers, like they were pen pals.
Oh, wow.
And then
I'm jealous.
when she died, Melissa gave him like a letter, like a little thing to put letters in that was on her desk or something. I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, that is very
Because
sweet.
Joan went after Sarah Jessica Parker a lot, which people should keep in mind. Like what we're doing here is like not even close to Joan eviscerating Sarah Jessica. Please relax, everybody.
For real. Like I would, Joan can get away with just about anything. And, I'm always like, if people don't like us, I'm like, well, nobody liked Joan either for a long time and
I
thought she
know
was
it's kind of
terrible.
a, yeah,
So
it's like a compliment. Like, oh,
it
thank
is.
you.
Hate me, hate John, hate us. Thank you.
Yeah, we should get together some clips of Joan talking about Sarah Jessica. I wonder if we could do that. That'd be great.
Yes.
Let's see here. Carrie Tall calls Miranda to tell her about High Heel Gate. And Miranda is just completely ignoring her, reading her text messages in bed. Do you do this to people?
I'm sure that I check messages while I'm talking to somebody or something, like right now.
There are some people I can always tell, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait until you're done.
No, I never do that. Keep going.
Yeah, that's so rude. And Carrie's like, so are you always just reading text when we're talking? And Miranda's like, kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Nobody listens to you,
You're
Carrie.
easy
All
to,
you talk about is your damn self.
you're easy to tune out. So the music is going on again at Miranda's Airbnb. She takes another letter over to slide under the door, and the
Oh,
guy goes out. This is so great. I laughed out loud.
this was funny. I wonder what her note said. I think it said, if you show me your penis, I'll stop bothering you about the music and bring a knife. So then, which That's what the note said. So then he swings it open, and now she's like, okay.
He's like, "You put another note on the radio, I'm gonna chop you up into little bits." And
Love it.
I didn't get a picture of her screaming right here, but she screams and closes the door. Very, very funny.
It
And then
was funny.
immediately cut to her moving in with Carrie.
So we saw breastises, we saw penises in this episode.
You
Have we
waiting
seen anyone's other than
any hole?
Charlotte's nipples in like a while?
I feel like Miranda's always naked. So
Yeah.
Charlotte was naked last week, I think.
Well, we saw her nipples through her top, but she wasn't naked, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't think.
I can't remember.
Anyway.
Carrie's telling Miranda you can't wear high heels in my house and all this and that. It just looks like where is buy something. Like if not a rug or a couch, is the I guess this is the dining room. You know what?
Well, she hasn't because Aiden hasn't approved of whatever she wants yet, so she
Yeah,
hasn't done it.
her master. I realize why her new house, I don't even like trip off it like that because it just looks like she lives in her old building, but now she owns the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the doorway, the downstairs, everything is like very similar. So it's not that big of a change for
Well, it
me.
is interesting that she shares that garden with downstairs, and that wasn't mentioned before when she decided to have it all torn up and stuff. Like,
That's why I'm
she
saying I
didn't.
think she owns the house and is renting to him. I think that that guy was renting from the old lady that lived in
Oh,
Carrie's.
yeah, because they mentioned that, oh, it's really hard to get somebody evicted in New York. Okay, well, never mind.
Oh,
I
right.
remember her saying that now.
You like Carrie's o overalls? Are you reading your text now?
No, no, I have notes. I'm just trying to think of.
Okay.
No, I'm not reading my text now. I mean,
Okay.
if you want, I'll do it. I mean,
Stop it.
so
Carrie
yeah,
goes,
she's like, what's going on?
"Oh, it's my ugly table."
Ugh.
You know what? I realize why she got this table. It's clear glass in the middle, and it just makes me think that Aiden wants to lay down underneath it so she can
Oh, yes.
squat on top of it.
Yes, he's into scat. So this table does not go in that apartment at all.
Mm-mm. Not even the
Everything
wood.
is cream colored, and then you have this table that looks like modern, well, ish.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, interior decorators comment and let us know if you have light floors. Her floors are pretty light. Would you have a dark wood table?
I personally think you could if you had a rug beneath the table that like separates the floor and the table. Do you
Okay.
know what I mean? It's like the rug creates a contrast between the table and the floor.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
think.
genuinely don't know. I'm curious. Is there a rule like the interior decorating rules?
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I think her overalls are pretty cute,
Look
actually.
at Miranda and that. That might be the screenshot of the week. She looks like a ghost, like a
Popping out.
monster.
The delivery guy's like, "Yeah, I got your table." And here comes Duncan, who Miranda knows because she knows his knew his name. She reads his books.
Hi, Duncan.
He's a biographer. And she brought her book. This was also funny because she whips out a book and Carrie's like, "Where'd that book
Where did
come
that come
from?"
from? Yes.
So funny.
She like pulled it out from under her skirt.
I really
The
like that.
thighs of steel.
And I thought that he was gonna be like, "No, I won't sign your book,"
Yeah,
like
like
an
mad.
asshole, like
Yeah,
because that would
yeah.
be so. But thankfully they had him.
We talked about going to book signings before. Like I went to the Gregory Maguire one, and then I went to, did I tell you I went to JT Leroy or whatever his name is? That
Who's
reading
that?
once. He was kind of an it writer a while back because he worked as like sex worker or something and truck stops. I don't know. It was like made up. It wasn't even real. Like there's a whole story if you look up. I think his name's
Oh,
JT Leroy, but I went to a signing, I think of that too. But anyway, book
hmm.
signing.
Love a book signing. Um, what what in the 1970 is this plane?
I don't know. Why is that wall brown?
Look how wide the aisle is. Look at the maroon. Like what in the throwback
Yep.
Charlie's Angels is this? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Never in my life have I seen a plane with an aisle that
Do
wide.
do 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 do. Baby gadget. Out comes Brittany
Yeah,
in a
oh yeah,
cart.
yeah, yeah. Lisa's on the plane coming back from Atlanta with Marion. And I mean, look how many people fit in the aisle at once. Look, that lady, there's no room between her and the lady. Never in a million years.
No. And he's like, come, family emergency coming through. Do you know if you, obviously, if you were on a plane that would never work, like no one would just get out of your
Hell
way.
no.
No way.
You could be having a heart attack and they wouldn't
And
give a
people
shit.
would be like, no. That is the worst part of flying is the getting off the plane. This is the worst part for
It
me. It's
is.
just people like, especially if you don't have a carry-on, you're like, oh my God. It's horrible.
Let's see. The kids are at, so they go to Governor's Island to glamp. And I have to say, it just looks like a parking lot.
It
It does not look
it
chic.
looks weird. This
I've
made me
never,
think of going to the Hamptons on Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, even though this is not the Hamptons, but it just made me think of like going from the New York streets to this.
to
It's
what
like
is
almost like
this?
going to Oz.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the tents are cool, but look at the surroundings. I'm like, is this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just
It-
used to a Midwest camping
well,
experience.
you're like waiting for the police to show up with sniffer dogs, cadaver dogs, and looking for a body that the
Oh, a body should.
Gilgo killer, whatever his name is,
Yeah, the Gilgo
Gilgo
dildo,
killer.
the dildo beach killer.
Dildo Beach. Yeah, and I thought when they walked into that tent with that Harry was in, I was like, "Holy crap! Go to a hotel." I mean, what are you doing? Like this makes no. This isn't glamping. This is like on a different level than glamping.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I would just go to a hotel
This makes no sense.
and just look out the window.
Harry looking like powder. Like he was like he was like mosquitoes. They love me. Ah.
I'm surprised he's not already in a wheelchair and she's pushing him
I know
around.
that's probably the next episode. Sad.
Grey Gardens.
Oh my God.
Let's
And that
see.
was really selfish of him, I think, by the way, for him to say, "Don't tell anyone." Now she has this horrible secret that she can't even tell a friend. She can't even like now she's gonna have to get therapy, so she's gonna pay somebody to listen to her talk because Harry won't let her tell anybody. I thought that was pretty shitty.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, it's his business. He has the
Well,
right.
I get it, but they're also husband and wife.
Yeah.
And putting that on your partner to keep this terrible secret, and she's clearly suffering and having such a hard time, and she has friends that could help her through it, and he's like, nah, you know.
Yeah, he is being a
Like,
bad one.
you know, when they were walking in the street and he told her about it, he's like, I'm not going anywhere for a long time. I was waiting for him to get hit by a bus.
I was waiting for them to cut and then have like death becomes her and you hear the church bells.
Yes, at the funeral. Yeah, or like he steps backwards and he gets run over. Like that's what I was like. I'm going nowhere, and then steps back and meow.
Ernest Menville is truly a man that will live forever.
Yes, it just cuts right to
Blah
his
blah
funeral
blah.
with a big picture of him with those glasses and that hat on. Yeah,
Let's see here. Charlotte's like she's all strung out because she can't, like you said, she can't talk to anybody. So she's her head's gonna explode because she's
I
he
don't
brought
blame her. It's shitty.
he brought this up at the wrong time too. Let's right before the glamping vacation. Let's go talk about my kids.
Right. Let's ruin vacation for everyone, shall we?
Yeah, that's Carrie's job.
Let's get right.
So they gotta stop doing this. Texting Samantha, please stop. This episode is going really well. Can we just leave this part out?
This was so unnecessary.
I'm not with it. Okay.
Nope.
I don't like it at
It's
all.
dumb. It's pointless. I wish he was under me.
Oh, I wish he was under
Oh,
me.
that's better.
Oh.
I can't do Samantha Jones. I wish he was under. I can't do it. I'm not good with impressions. Well,
Uh,
some I can do. Oh,
Chaz.
fair.
Miranda is just really experimenting with fashion
Yes,
and
what is that
color.
outfit? She looks like
She
she's on a prison chain gang or something. She's going to be picking up trash along the road.
she does actually, yeah. Um, she looks cute there.
Yeah, that's this fashion isn't horrible this episode as some of it's been, except for that.
So Miranda's like, "Oh, this outfit couldn't get any uglier," and Carrie's like, "Oh, hold on."
Right. Hold
Get
my beer. Let me get a scarf.
let me get a scarf that I just happen to have in that color. Okay.
Exactly. And then she's like, this is gorgeous.
It's perfect. The
It's
precious.
perfect. It's perfect.
So Joy, people have pointed out that Joy is pretty boring, and I do agree with that, but
Yeah.
I think we need to leave Cynthia Nixon. I'm not even talking about Miranda. I'm talking about Cynthia Nixon. I think we need to give her a break. She's naked in every episode. She had to date Che for 2 seasons. She's been just traumatized. I feel like we need to give her somebody normal for a moment.
Well, I think maybe we just need, again, to be able to connect with that character a little bit more. We
Yeah.
don't really have any history of her, her story really. We don't know anything about her, kind of. I feel like we need a little bit more of that, don't you think?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to know anything. So
Well,
I'm
I
very
know,
closed
but if
off.
we're supposed to care
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
it, you
Yeah,
know,
I agree. Um, Joy.
with his bangs. Oh, her dogs are cute.
They are cute. But this is also relatable content. They're trying to bone and the dogs are just watching them. I mean, they just look over and see this.
They're so
Like
cute,
I'd
though.
find it difficult too. I'd be like,
Maybe, but they're so cute. I don't
yeah,
know.
put them down. Just kidding. So anyway, Miranda's like, really? Like the dogs won't shut up. So she ends up going back to Carrie's house. And Carrie's got her own problems because Shue is laying on her head, which I find to be
Shoe
very
is now a hat.
Shue is now a cat. This is adorable. It's the whole fun of having a cat.
It's cute, yeah.
But Carrie's like, and she doesn't even have a man over. She just don't want to be bothered with it. She's like, get away from me. I don't want affection or love.
I was really expecting this Wyatt to show up this episode when she
With a
puts the
gun.
cat down. Yeah, and then it was, Miranda that walked out. I thought she was going to see like Wyatt walking, ghosting by, and
Oh, it'd be like the Idaho state killer, the one that killed the 4 kids in the house. I'm not making fun of that, by the way.
well, I was thinking like Helter Skelter, like, you know,
Same sort of thing, yeah.
yeah, Charlie Manson when they're in that house. Remember that episode of Murder Made Me Famous where the one of the killers walks by and waves at the person because they didn't know who that was the killer and just
Oh
keeps
my
walking.
God.
Reboot.
But that's what one of the girl that survived the Idaho state said.
Oh,
She said the guy
yeah.
walked right by her on his way out.
Yes. Oh,
Mm.
horrifying.
So Carrie kicks the cat out, runs into Miranda in the hallway, butt ass
Naked.
naked,
Butt ass naked. She wasn't
and
naked, she was naked.
she's very comfortable, just like letting it all hang out.
She's like,
She's
what?
what? You don't want some of
My eyes are
this?
up here, Carrie.
Come on over to the dark side.
Take it off, girl.
And Carrie turns and
Crashes
slams into
into
the wall. So funny. I love this.
I did too, but it's like we kind of did this one again. But yes, it is funny. It's funny how
Anytime.
prudish she is when she's a sex columnist.
It is, yeah.
It's
Let's
fun.
see.
Makes sense. Makes
Here's
perfect sense.
here's the glass table that she's going to be squatting on top of.
It does not match the room in any capacity.
See, yeah, I think no. I'm looking at the floors.
Maybe
Fill
she'll
your
break up with Aiden and smash it.
fill your house up with stuff. You don't have anything in storage? Remember her house with Big, her apartment with Big was so beautiful and she had all that cool. I mean, it was
Well,
decorated really nice.
if I had the money she had, my apartment would be stacked. Like I would have
Yeah.
everything would be done. I would be like shopping. I would be probably changing things every 5 minutes because I kind of do that anyways. But I would be like, hitting
But
it up
yeah, when you factor in a budget, like a Carrie Bradshaw budget, I'm redecorating all the time.
all the time.
Let's see. It's more the next morning. Miranda's eating Carrie's yogurt in the kitchen. This is when she's being such a
Don't
bitch.
you just love a little breakfast table like that, though? I
I
love
do.
that.
I
I
actually do.
really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie's like, "You're eating my last Activia?"
And Virginia is for lovers. It's irony.
Miranda's like, "Since when do you eat yogurt
Right. You
or
probably need it with
bananas?"
your brittle bones, bitch.
Um,
I hear them cracking when you walk across. It's louder than your shoes.
yeah. Carrie notices that the gardener is not working downstairs. She's like, "What the hell?" And Miranda's like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching through the window. Your neighbor went down and yelled at him, or went out and yelled at him."
I would yell at him for those jeans he's wearing. Those jeans that Alex guy is wearing are so annoying. You'll see
Yeah,
them. They're
they're
just so
not flattering.
not flattering. And for someone we're supposed to be like, I don't know, have some sex appeal because no one else does. Because you aren't dressing him right.
Yeah. So Carrie leans out and says, "Please get back to work." Back at glamping, this is they're really
That's a
roughing it.
hotel room. I'm sorry. It's like,
Is there air conditioning in here? Is what I want. Probably
I'm
is.
sure there is.
I mean, I don't know. It
It's
doesn't.
nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Very nice.
there's furniture in here. It's not like a tent even. It's just a house.
Like, where's the electricity? I guess there's probably, I don't know, like a generator or something,
Yeah.
maybe.
They've got it all set up. I guess this is something people do all the
This
time.
is not glamping. This is next level.
And here comes Charlotte and what is she confronting Harry about
Oh,
here?
because he's like, I want to watch my game. And the kids are, and Lily's like, I want to be with my boyfriend. And
Oh
she's
yeah.
like, you all shut.
She's like, let's go for a walk and enjoy nature and glamping. And absolutely nobody is into it.
Let's go look for missing per people.
Let's go look for body parts on the beach.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's see. Over at Lisa's tent. See, here's my thing. I don't feel like Lisa and Carrie don't have a relationship.
Who's that down in the left-hand corner? Is that like a server of some sort?
Yeah. Somebody delivering food or something.
I'll have the kebabs. No, the croquem. What do they have? Croquem
Monsieur Coco.
Monsieur. Croque
Monsieur.
Monsieur.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Croque Monsieur. Oh,
Oh.
God. It's like a country club.
But do you feel like Lisa knows Carrie in a person like they're friends? I feel like
Well, I think in the past they kind of were, but now I don't know. They
I
don't
feel
interact.
I feel like Lisa is Charlotte's free with purchase, her tag along, her plus one.
Could be.
I don't feel like she
What if Lisa's not really alive? Like she's like a ghost friend and like the whole family's
it's more
was killed a
interesting.
long time ago.
Yeah,
Just a thought.
I'm not mad at it. She's like, "Oh, let me take a picture of my two remaining children." And then they swipe and see the photo
You're
of
not
her and
supposed to
Marianne.
swipe when you take someone's phone.
Well, they're
Oh
not
my
gay. They don't
God,
know.
that's humanity 101.
Yeah, and her kids too, which the kids definitely should know that you don't because they're more tech savvy, that you don't
Yes.
swipe. But
No.
that's something.
And that wasn't that intimate of a selfie. I don't know why she was taking a selfie.
It should have
Oh,
been a
because she said
video.
she was sending it to her other editor. Why? I don't know.
She because she's slipping and doing cute things with them because he's a guy and you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's just like, "Oh, let me get a little fantasy of what this could look like when I destroy my
Until the fantasy is a reality.
marriage and family." Yeah, and Herbert's like, "Who the hell is that?" It's Marion.
It's Marion.
She's wearing Miranda's color of her prison jumpsuit.
They should start a band.
Mm-hmm.
Get In Vogue back together.
Ah, in Vogue.
And then she's wearing gingham, which is great.
Mm-hmm. She loves a theme.
And some roots of her hair that are day glow crayon burnt sienna. But yeah, I think just think it's so unfair for him to tell Charlotte that and then be like, you can't tell a soul, and she's clearly emotionally distressed and she can't tell anybody. I just think that's crap. I think it's unfair.
Well, he should have prefaced it with, "I'm gonna tell you something, but you have to promise not to tell," or something. Like it has to just be between us. I mean, I don't know, if I was him, I would want to be able to. I see both sides. Let me put it that way. I see both
Well,
sides.
maybe he could have said something like, please don't go tell everyone. We can talk about this. Let's go to therapy so you can have an outlet to discuss. You just can't be like, can't tell a soul of this like
Yeah.
tragic, maybe not the kids, or even like, okay, I know your best friend is so and so, and those are your support people. You can tell one of them. Or like, I don't know, like come up with something other than just you can't tell a soul. Then she just suffers in silence. Don't suffer in silence. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what else are they talking about here.
Oh, because they're gonna go to the spa. So they were all just depressed and then they were gonna go to the spa. Which
Hmm.
that was a weird spa. It was just like a swimming pool. Like sauna. Is
I don't know.
that a spa? That's like
Back at Carrie's house, Seema comes over. She's wearing another one of her monochromatic, sort of neutral,
beige.
her
Yes.
uniform, the
Actually,
Seema
that looks more
uniform.
like cappuccino colored, maybe.
Hmm. Carrie I
Comes
love
out
her
in a
outfit.
hideous outfit.
I love it.
You do? I
I
love
love
mixed
it.
match patterns, but the thing I don't like about this is it makes her bottom half look like you could show a movie on it. Like it makes her look very wide, bottom, the bottom part of her. She's not. It just makes her look that way with that
Yeah,
pattern.
I think it's fun. I like the colors. But I see your point. Look at Miranda just staked out, looking
I
like
know. She just like took over. She's like, "This is my table now.
the
I'm the captain."
every square inch of that table is being used.
Yes. And then of course, stuff's gonna get spilled all over it, which it did. It's gonna get
I think they're both rude. I think Carrie's rude to her guest, and Miranda's also a rude guest.
she's a bad house guest. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean she's got guacamole, Mexican food, Mexican Coke. I mean,
But didn't she get it for them, maybe? Well, I also think I would not go to someone's house and eat stuff out of their fridge without asking. I'd be like, "Hey, I'm really kind of hungry. Do you have any snacks by
yeah,
chance?" Or,
but
let's
it's
Uber eat
also
some snacks. Or I don't know. I wouldn't just go start eating stuff out of their
I wouldn't either, but I also, as a host, if I have somebody come over, I
Oh, help
would,
yourself. Yes.
yes, there's
Agreed.
a
Same.
responsibility there.
Same.
So, and she didn't do that because she's dumb.
Self-centered.
Let's see, self-centered. This was funny. Carrie's like, "Can you step back on the carpet?" Because Carrie had these runners put down in her house, and Siva's
Yes.
just like,
Yes. Well, she's focused on being pissed about her situation. She's like, fine.
she's like, "I need somewhere to smoke and pace in peace." And Carrie's like, "Out back."
Yeah, go hang out with the gardener that's sexually ambiguous thus far. Oh no, he said he has a girlfriend this time. That's right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I
he
missed that.
did. Yeah.
Carrie,
I
Miranda's
thought
like,
that's what he said because he was talking about the I could get you a discount. Oh, on yoga. I thought he said girlfriend.
"Oh, oh,
Or
oh."
I have this lady. I'm not sure what he said. Anyway, moving
Ah,
on.
well, it doesn't matter. Miranda is, she's like, "Oh, let me get all this stuff off." And instead of, again, they just take turns being rude to each other because instead of Carrie being like, "Don't worry about it, you're fine," she's like, "I'll help you." Like, get this shit off my table. This is my squatting table.
She's like, I can't wait to have sex with Aiden on this table.
I am looking
No.
at that no, I'm just looking at her laptop. Like, is that a really old laptop or is that, but it looks like it has the notch at the top. That's just me being a dork. I was like, I know they didn't pull some 20-year-old MacBook out of storage to give Miranda to work on, but it looks like it might be a newer one.
What's on Carrie's top? Are those
Looks like cartoons.
sleighs? Pineapple? No, I see buildings. Um,
I know it's probably something that somebody's gonna correct me, but I know this
it's the
isn't
New
it.
York skyline.
I know. It looks like the style looks sort of like, do you remember the Nickelodeon show, Real Monsters?
Yes, I love Our Real
I
Monsters.
loved it too. That was a great show. And this kind of art style reminds me of somebody's gonna be like, it's by the designer.
She wore this in episode 2 of season 3
It's
of
a
Sex
very
in the City, the
important,
one where Carrie was being almost murdered to death.
it's a museum piece from the archival fashion. So I'm like, oh Jesus. Okay.
It's from Steve McQueen.
Steve
Not Steve
Madden.
McQueen. What's his name? McQueen.
Madden.
Yeah, Steve Madden. Okay, sure. Summer 2006.
It's Michael Pors.
Like
Seems outside
it came from
flirting.
Macy's. Marked
Macy's.
down 75% off.
Oh, I love Macy's. Let's see. What so he's like, "Have you ever done yoga?" to an Indian
Ugh, those
woman, which is,
pants. Stupid jeans. They're so awful.
and he ain't ever doing, nothing has been done. All they've done is dig it up.
I don't know. Seems like, who do you think you are speaking to me?
But her nipples are getting hard just talking to him.
That's true. It does look like she's pointing north.
And then here comes Psycho downstairs,
It's like,
feeling
ah.
like, what if Carrie wants to sunbathe nude in her garden? She can't, she better evict him or not
Yes.
renew his lease when the time comes because that's just, he's too much trouble and she doesn't need the money. So she needs to let it go. Although I know it's New York and with the whole rent control and all that rules
hmm
regarding stuff,
hmm
maybe she can't or won't. She's stuck with him for life. They may as well just try to bone.
Why not?
I mean, if somebody cute moves next door, is that just the
We
gays?
can do like Samantha at the beach house or wherever she was, and she saw what's his face taking a shower naked next door, and she's
Oh
all,
yeah.
mm, mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Carrie's rinsing out. Oh, Miranda tries to clean up the spilled Coke with Carrie's scarf that she
She
lent
should know
her,
better than that. That
which
was
is
dumb.
crazy. Nobody would do that. I don't care
Nobody
if it
would
was
do that.
free, you wouldn't do that. It's so
No,
silly. And Carrie's like, Miranda's like, you said it was nothing. Nothing I have is nothing.
nothing I have is nothing.
And she goes to wash it out here. And Miranda's like, so we're both
Look at her phone on
thinking,
the wall.
yeah, I love a
Who
landline
has one
phone.
of those?
I wish I did.
Throwback.
Uh, so they both realize that they can't live together because they're both obnoxious. It's just too much personality in one house.
Hmm.
Dima glides in, and Miranda asks her to help her find an
Why
apartment.
didn't they do this a long time ago, is what I was
That's what
thinking.
I'm
Like,
saying. Even if your friend only does, what does Seema do, commercial real estate or something? So what? She can still sell an apartment.
well, she got Carrie that apartment. Yeah.
There you go.
So she does apartments.
And here's the
Here's the
spa.
spa.
This does not, this look.
This is a weird fantasy. Somebody in the comments tell us, is this a real thing? This whole glamping with a
Well, of course it
spa?
is. I mean, look, this is Governor's Island, and then there's New York City in the background. But I mean, it doesn't look fun. It's also overcast. I don't know.
Yeah.
This
And
is
there's
where
Charlotte
Lisa,
suffering.
yeah, this is where Lisa confesses that she has a work crush, which is the first time she said that on Marion.
Charlotte's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
I don't care. My husband has
More important
cancer.
things to worry about. Things I can't tell you about that I'm probably going to go insane because I can't talk to anybody.
She signed an NDA.
Right. Harry's a lawyer, right?
Back at the, he used to be. I don't know if he's still doing that or not. He's a comptroller too.
Oh,
What do you
who
think of
isn't?
this Carrie outfit? This top, this jean, black jean top.
I think
Very
at this,
Naomi from Mama's
it,
Family.
yes, yes. At this angle, no. I think if you show the whole thing, I can't remember what the bottom looked like. But I don't know if you have a shot of the bottom of that, but oh there, it's pants. Okay, yeah, no. It's giving me a little bit of Madonna Ray of Light when she was wearing the denim. I know that's not really, but just a little bit making me think of that. Also, I love to think of Sarah Jessica Parker continuing to rip off Madonna, so that makes me think that. Nah, I think it's a pass.
I almost wish, do you think that top button maybe should have been unbuttoned? I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. It looks like she has jeans that were repurposed into a top. I mean, honestly.
Which is just hideous. That's like
Yeah.
Project Runway. That's college fashion school college project.
That top is from season 3 of Project Runway, the fourth person eliminated.
Yeah. Everybody would come in, remember, everybody would come in with like that one person had a skirt made out of ties, like neckties or something. It's like, God,
Yes,
this is the
some
most
dumbass
basic
stuff. Yeah.
101 shit you could do. So Carrie smells smoke and her house is on fire. Now this is when I would be pissed, looking for to take legal action. Like you're gonna burn my
Yes.
shit down. I walked in heels and now you're burning my shit down.
And no way would Carrie stomp that fire out with her shoes that she is cares more
No,
about than life than itself. She would not be stomping out a fire in those shoes.
she'd sooner let the whole place burn down.
She would. So I did not think that was very realistic.
But she's still trying to be all cutesy and like, oh, I guess I can
Eh,
walk in my heels. It's not
mhm.
that bad.
Let's go to dinner now, and
Let's
we
go to
can
dinner.
have
And
sex in the bathroom.
so weird. She's drinking. We need to drink to get through this. She looks pretty.
I agree, except
What
for that top,
what's
but
he
her hair and
talking
makeup looks good.
what's he talking about here? You remember?
He was talking about eating. No, I don't even
He said, I
remember.
don't even like your apartment that you're renting me. It sucks.
They were trying to be friends. It's now RuPaul's best friend apartment race.
I guess
So
so.
now they're besties.
He's like, you're paying, right?
Right? He's like, ring, ring, ring. I have a call. Sorry, I'll be back. And then just never comes back. He's a
It would
loser.
that would have been funny if he bailed out of there and then
Yes.
they met again back at home.
He's like, Where did you go, Carrie? He's like gaslighting her. I waited for you at the table. No, I was there. Where were you?
But no, Carrie.
No, Carrie, I was there.
Yeah.
You weren't, remember?
So I don't know where this is going.
I don't either. Like they're probably gonna make out or something. But that preview said Aiden's gonna be back and smashing her windows out. So
I
he
they
wants to smash her windows to smash her because that's the only reason he shows up.
now we're complaining about Aiden the same way we complained about Big. Like just we don't I don't want her to be in a relationship of any kind right now. I need a different guy every episode for Carrie. That's what I would like.
And we need some variation because really he doesn't look that much different from that podcast producer. He doesn't look like that much different than Seema's Rav or Raj or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
They all look kind of similar, old gray guy, beardy,
Washed up,
yeah,
hipstery.
kind of guys. Like none of them are like a Patrick Dempsey kind of looking guy we need. At
Patrick,
least
whatever happened to Patrick Dempsey?
I don't know.
He was like he was like the hot guy for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, this is completely random, but I was thinking about
Good.
this. So remember how we've been talking about who we think should play Carrie's parents? I have the perfect mom, Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
I've thought of that because her new album came out.
Did it come out?
Yeah, it just came out. Walls 2. No, that's not what it's called.
Sugar
But I
Walls
thought
too?
she would be great as Carrie's mom.
Yeah, because she could they
Sing.
favor each other. First of all, they favor each other. And she
Hmm.
could put Carrie in her place and we'd love it. We would
She
eat it up.
could. And she could perform at a club. She could be a, like, Carrie suddenly announces, my mom's a nightclub performer or something. And then she could sing.
Yeah.
Lip sync, obviously.
Can
But
we get so then can we get Liza Minnelli to play Charlotte's mom?
that would be good. Yeah, that would be great. Well, who
I
would
w
play Miranda's mom? Oh, did we meet Burns' mom already? We
she's
did.
dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Um I actually was thinking that this episode I was like we never did and I do kind of like it that we don't know any of Carrie's family, but I mean at this point you can't ruin it any more than we'll just do
No, I
it.
think Barbara
Just
Streisand would be great as her mom.
it would be great.
Similar noses.
Yeah. So then Carrie goes back home and we think she likes him
I'm
and
gonna be nice and take my shoes off.
she takes the shoes off. And that's the end of the episode 5. Not terrible.
No, no, it was a little bit more amusing. I mean, there was a couple moments, like I said, when she started talking about Aiden and their status of their relationship, I kind of like
Please stop.
a
I don't
little
want to
bit,
hear his
but
name. I feel like Rumpelstiltskin, like they're going to conjure him. And sure enough, next week.
yeah, here he's back, smashing her window out, acting the fool.
But we will be back next week. Until then, we're off to record our Patreon. We do a podcast on Patreon every week. So please, the link is in the description here. Or you can join the channel here. Join us. We talk about
Join
hot
us,
topics,
join us.
current events, hot topics. We cover it all. Thank you for watching / listening.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hey, welcome back to the broadcast.